My name is Brother Shep. I'm standing here on Lexington Avenue outside of the Cuban mission to the United Nations.
I'm here to sign my name and send my condolences and respects to the people of Cuba and are commemorating the death of Comandante Fidel Castro. And that's important for me as a Puerto Rican who, we're taught that our countries are two wings of the same bird.
My name is Paul Foster, and I was born in Cuba. And I was a kid, came here in '62, I was 11 years old. And I could remember a lot of things that happened in Cuba that helped the revolution, helped my family.
I wrote to Fidel, and I have to tell you, it's very heartfelt because I didn't realize that you could write so much, in a book. And what I wrote was that when I left Cuba at 7 years old and came back, I was so happy to find the people so happy and my island so beautiful. And that I thanked him from the bottom of my heart for all the hard work that he put in for the revolution.
We honor him. There is quite a line of difference between Black Latinos and Latinos from Miami. There's a big difference, and we see him standing with us.
The bulk of those people in Miami are the people who first left Cuba before even Fidel declared that he was a communist. These are the people who were racist, and then when the revolution came and tried to change those things, where people now, there was no such thing as private schools, everybody was integrated, the beaches were open to everybody, where my family couldn't go to, where no longer were the segregations of the parks and all that. These are the people who disagree with that and left. And for Black Cubans, it's also a different view. So they don't represent the true Cubans all in here, and they don't represent the Cubans in Cuba either. So I stand with the ones in Cuba, and I stand with the Cubans here who support Fidel and agree that this was the right thing to do.
Yo, dominicana y de espíritu cubana, porque él nos sembró ese espíritu. No nací en Cuba, pero Cuba nació en mí.
Imagínate, como colombiana, como mujer, como amante de la paz, de la justicia, de la dignidad, de la soberanía de todos los pueblos, lo único que podía hacer era estar aquí presente.
And I'm here to pay my respects, and on behalf of the U.S. held political prisoners and prisoners of war that Cuba and Fidel, the Cuban people and Fidel Castro has always stood in solidarity with African people around the world. So we're here to say thank you.
Fidel was fighting to restore happiness to humanity. You see, because in order for the 1% to maintain their rule over the 99%, the very least they do is make everyone unhappy, you see, to maintain their rule. And so when Fidel was fighting for the freedom of the Cuban people and the freedom of the world, he was fighting to restore happiness to humanity. Why are you here?
I am celebrating the life of Fidel and the life that he and the Cuban Revolution gave to me. I feel that I am one of Fidel's many, many, many children. Fidel vive en mi corazón, in my heart, and the revolution lives in my heart. The values of the revolution and its stand for peace and justice in this world. That's why I am here.
I went to Cuba also with SB in 1970. And since then, I've been working to end the blockade. And I also lived in Cuba for 16 years.
And she's a medical doctor.
And they trained me as a medical doctor. And they are now training over 250 North American students to be medical doctors completely for free.
So, Saeed, why are you here?
Because Fidel was one of the greatest that we've had. Fidel showed us all how to be what we all are trying to be. And Fidel and the Cuban Revolution, with so little, they've given the world so much. We are so grateful, so proud, so honored to be on this walk with history with someone like that, and having someone like that as a beacon of light for us all. We are supremely proud, supremely grateful, supremely honored, and supremely steadfast at this moment. We continue the work, we continue the challenge, we continue the solidarity.
Look at the whole struggle in Southern Africa when apartheid racist government there was invading just liberated territories in Angola, Namibia, and even trying to have designs on Mozambique.
no one was helping out the freedom fighters. The United States was backing a lot of fascists. So until Fidel Castro sent thousands of Cuban troops there to support our freedom fighters, we were definitely in danger of losing the liberated territory of Southern Africa.
What Cuba has done as a child of Africa, giving back to Africa, is unheralded and a supreme example that African people from all over the world will be forever grateful for. So we say when Africa called, Cuba answered. Fidel showed us how. Many years ago, Marcus Garvey says, come back to Africa. That's how you come back to Africa. To protect and to share and to honor. That's what Fidel showed us how to do. And we're grateful forever.
Cuba y Puerto Rico son de un pájaro las dos alas. Queremos a Fidel, Fidel es del pueblo. Lo queremos y hasta la victoria siempre, la lucha continúa.
Somos puertorriqueñas.
Puertorriqueña.